Hi, this is Andy from Tim's Minions. I'm just going to have a quick look now through the new Facebook timeline that has been rolled out for Facebook pages. This here is the Tim's Minions page, as you can see here. And what we have here is some changes to the new pages. They will be going live on the 30th of March. This is in the preview mode at the moment. So let's have a look at some of these changes. Well, as you can see here, we now actually have a new header image, and if I just bear with me a second, if I just click on that, go with that. This new image up here, the size for it needs to be 850 by 315 pixels. Okay, to get that image in there. There is another image here that you can see as well, which is a smaller image. It's a separate image, and that can be edited by just hovering over it, and you get the opportunity now to edit that separate image. With this here, as you hover over the main header, you'll see again you get the opportunity to upload, move, choose from photos, so you can change that image. At the moment I am in here as an admin. As you can see, what is really different here is that, unlike the last style of page, you've actually got it on both sides, where it shows recent posts, likes, interactions. It's giving it a feel more of a website as opposed to a Facebook page. It's now doing things in sort of a chronological order. That's everything that went onto the page, video, picture wise, and interactions in February. And then this is earlier in 2012. Just below that are some extra posts and things that we put in there. Now, down here at the bottom is the pages that we've liked. In fact, if I click on this just briefly, there we go. As you can see here on this image, on the header, Facebook will not allow you to create any form of call to action. You're not allowed to say like us or anything of that kind. But in this little image here, they have actually created a little like us with an arrow, which is pretty interesting. There's the like button, so we can click like. So they've used this image, interestingly, against the terms and conditions, which is for this one here, and I don't think anything has been said for this little image, which I think is quite clever. That's something to bear in mind. So we'll go back to our site. One thing that I do think is going to be interesting for the new pages, and that is this bit here, which is the new messages. This means that people who are fans of your page can actually come and message you. You cannot message them until they have actually sent you a message. They have to make the first contact, and then you can actually reply back to them. So what else is different here? Now, as you can see here, these are the apps. These used to be down the left hand side, underneath the big image that they used to have. There is 12, you're allowed to have 12. Unfortunately, you can only see 4 on the bar at the beginning, but the good thing is that they are actually bigger, so when someone comes to your page, they will see these images a lot bigger and a lot clearer. See, there's the free video tutorial page, so if I actually click on that, obviously because I am admin, I'm going to go into the back office. I'm going to preview, and so there it is. That's what the landing page looks like. No longer can we have people landing on this and then liking the page to before they can see the rest of the Facebook business page. They have to now, basically Facebook have said that anybody who comes to this page, this is the first thing that they'll see. However, when we're using adverts, we can still actually direct an advert to the landing page, So anybody who goes through the adverts will see that as their first page. So you can still use the special reveal tabs, fan gates, whatever, however you want to call it. That is still available, but only from the adverts. Anybody who else comes to our page and doesn't go through an advert will automatically come to the new page layout like this. But these apps, they, as I said, you can have 12 there, but they can be moved. So for instance, now that I've expanded all, you'll see this edit button that comes up here. So if I click on that, I can now actually move that to be, so if I swap it with that, it swap position with the likes. If I swap likes and decide to swap it with the tweets, they've now swapped position. So you can actually move which 4 important ones you want to, I say 4, it's 3. The photos one is static, the photo ones will always be there. So nothing you can do about that one. So let's go into the admin panel. The admin panel is at the top. You click on the button, and again now here's all your sort of notifications, your new likes, and your insights, with the see all buttons next to them. So if I click on that, it'll open up these boxes, and this will take us to the insights page. If I just go back, again this is where you'll be able to see the messages if you've had any messages, and insights again. Now here's some extra tabs here. You can invite email contacts, invite friends, share page, create an ad. That's obviously for the admins. And then manage page, use Facebook as Tim's Minions, that's where you find that now. Go to the edit page tab. Now this opens up the old style admin edit page area that we used to have, where you can change the age restrictions, posting abilities, show only posts by Tim's Minions. We're here to help and friend activity page. Because before, these has changed a bit. Beforehand it used to be post all, or I can't remember how it went now, but yes, they've changed a few things. But as you can see in here, there is nothing that says about choosing a landing page. That's completely gone. Everybody will now come to the timeline, apart from when you use an advert, where you can drive people to the landing page. So now that has been taken away from us. But again, if you use adverts, then it's fine. So, but it says here only show posts by Tim's Minions. We tend to show posts by everyone, because that's what Facebook's all about. It's about sharing and socialising. Down here on the sides again you have the basic information, which you can add in as per usual. You got your apps again, so they're all there. So that's not really changed too much. Yeah, that's not really changed too much. So I'm going to hide that now, and then that takes us back up to the page. So really that's basically the major difference, is that how it looks. I mean, you can edit or remove, or you can highlight these posts. You can add posts into time. There's also milestone. You can add a milestone. You can add a photo to the milestone. You can put down what the event is, where it was, when. You can actually add it in, say, in the past, write down what it was, and then save it, and then that will add the milestone further down your timeline. So for instance, we put down when Tim's Minions started, but we could actually add something that happened the week after we started, which we never actually put into Facebook. We can add it again now, and post date it, so to speak. But everything else is really the same. You've got your ask your questions, you've got your photo and your statuses. So there's nothing majorly different there. You mustn't forget, majority of people don't come to your Facebook page. When you put a post into your Facebook page, you tend to send it into their newsfeed, and that's more likely the place where they're going to see your posts. Should they come to your Facebook page, then they'll see it has changed and things are looking different. In fact, I think they actually look nicer. They look a bit more like a website. It's more to see, less to scroll through, and it fills up the page a lot better. So there you go, that's the major changes in the Facebook pages. I personally think they look better. I don't know what you think. But at the end of the day, there has been a few changes, but majority of what you post will go into other people's news feeds, and that's more likely where they're going to see it. So the changes shouldn't really affect you too much. Again, people coming to your site who have not liked it yet will come straight to the timeline as opposed to a landing page unless you use the adverts. Anyway, that's it for this quick scoop round the Tim's Minions page, and I shall bring you any more news and reports if there's any more changes in the near future.